My name is Joe. I'm 39 years old. I'm an ordinary businessman, nothing special. I married my wife, Alyssa, 16 years ago after 4 years of dating. A year later, our only daughter, Marie, was born. Since then, the three of us lived a peaceful life together, hand in hand. Welcome home, Dad. Hey, I'm back. Marie, are you still awake?
I wanted to show you something.
Oh, a math test. Wait, is that 100 I see? Wow, you really showed them.
I studied really hard. This girl stayed up late at night just to hear you compliment her. I've been waiting until late at night for you to praise me.
Oh, I see. I'll have to give her all the praise I can. Well, Marie, you did a great job. I patted her on the head.
Aw, Dad, stop. I'm ticklish.
My daughter Marie loves me. She is what you might call a daddy's girl. Even after she entered junior high school, she was always with me, her father, and I have always been trying hard to keep it up. I disciplined myself strictly so I could be the ideal father. She was my precious daughter. I did not spare any effort. But then one day, my daughter Marie turned 14 years old. From that time on, Marie's attitude toward me started to change a little bit. I started to notice a slight change in her attitude toward me. At first, when I spoke to her, she would sometimes give me a sullen look. But then, she started to change. Her attitude changed. I could sense a definite difference in how she looked at me. Her attitude changed to one of obvious dislike and hostility. I saw the papers on the refrigerator. Your school is having parent-teacher conferences. Is that right? Huh? I can leave work in the middle of the day. What time should I be there? Just let me know.
You don't have to come.
I don't have to come? But this is a parent-teacher, right? Don't both mom and dad have to be there?
Don't worry about that. If a child has a family situation, they're allowed to bring one parent. The school said so.
What do you mean, family situation? Marie, I can leave work. No problem. I can attend the meeting.
What are you talking about? What are you saying? I'm not talking about whether you could or couldn't come. I'm talking about me not wanting you to come. Do you get it?
What? What? Why?
Why don't you think about it? I have to study now. Don't talk to me anymore.
Hey, Marie? Marie!
Can't you read the room? Marie doesn't want you there,
my wife said. What? From that time on, Marie started to ignore me. Eventually, Alyssa, my wife, joined in disrespecting me. She began to talk back to me. I could not believe it. Marie's attitude was still understandable to me as a teenage rebellion. I could accept it. But Alyssa's hostility towards the father of her kids? I could neither understand nor accept Alyssa's behavior. I didn't get it. Of course, if there was something wrong with my relationship with Alyssa, or that I was a neglectful father who had no regard for his family, then I could understand if there was a problem in our relationship. But for close to 20 years, we were getting along just fine. I thought I had no problems with Alyssa. However, I couldn't even have a proper conversation with Marie. When I asked Alyssa why, she just shrugged it off and didn't say anything. I was just left speechless. In the end, I spent the next 6 months of my life in the family without knowing why. I continued to isolate myself from the rest of the family, not even aware of the reasons why this was happening. 6 months later, there was a sudden turn of events. One day, I returned home after work as usual, but when I returned, Alyssa and Marie had left something. Divorce papers and a note. I was so disgusted. We have had enough of you. We are leaving this house. Please go through with the divorce. In the note attached to the divorce papers, Alyssa's handwriting was written. The divorce papers were already filled in. Alyssa's information was already a done deal. I could sign the divorce papers and submit them to the city office. I could get divorced anytime I wanted. However, I myself had been reluctant. I had never considered divorce. I had never thought Alyssa would consider it. More than anything else, it was the thought of being separated from my daughter Marie. I love my daughter Marie more than anything else. I could never accept such a request.
Come on, when are you going to give me your consent to divorce?
No matter how, my stance won't change. I will never divorce you. I won't give up Marie.
You're not a very good man, are you? Marie hates you. When will you learn?
Marie is just a child. She's just too young to make the right decisions. If you let me talk to her, she'll understand. I'm sure she'll understand how I feel.
No, she won't. I won't let you.
What? What does that mean?
I don't know. What do you think? Well, whatever it means, Marie is done with you. I'll make that clear.
I don't want to think about it, but if you're responsible, if you're the one who told Marie something crazy, hey, where are you? I need to see Marie.
Shut up, don't make so much noise on the phone.
Then I heard a man's voice. Are you gonna stay on the phone forever? Hey, you know what? Let's go out for dinner. I heard him say that clearly. Then I heard her say something clearly.
Oh, sorry, I'm almost done.
Alyssa replied to the man. I thought to myself, what is going on?
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you see Marie. I'm not going to let you see Marie until you accept my divorce. Well then, bye.
Wait a minute. What was that guy's voice? I thought you were at your mother-in-law's. Where are you? Hey! It was unmistakably a man's voice. Alyssa had no male siblings, and her stepfather has been dead for many years now. It was unthinkable for me to hear another man's voice coming from her parents-in-law's house. It was entirely unlikely she was there. Perhaps the owner of the voice was involved in my issue here. The sudden change of heart of Alyssa and Marie, I immediately thought to go to my parents-in-law's house. After all, Alyssa was supposed to be there, so I drove to my parents-in-law's house.
How could you show up at my house with such a nonchalant face? I'm surprised that you could show your face at our house. How much do you think Alyssa and Marie have been hurt? All because of you.
That was the first thing my mother-in-law said when she greeted me. She was never this confrontational. Of course, I had no idea what she was talking about. I had no idea what was going on. Even if I heard these things, it made no sense. I don't understand what I did to be talked to like this. What did I do to Alyssa and Marie? I said.
Don't play dumb. You have a wife and daughter. I heard you were having an affair with a young woman.
What?
And when Alyssa questioned you, you got angry and put hands on her, when all she wanted to know was if you had an affair with that girl. I had no idea you were such a scumbag.
Huh? In the 16 years since I became Alyssa's husband, I have never spoken a single word of abuse to her. Forget any raising a fist or open hands. If Alyssa really told her mother-in-law such a thing, it was an outright lie, an unbelievable false accusation. How could I have been falsely accused of such an impossible crime? I was surprised that it was believable at all. I needed to talk to Marie and get her side of the story. I needed to hear it from Marie. Did Mom tell you that Dad was having an affair? What was the story?
I didn't think Mom would lie. I didn't think she'd lie to me, so I...
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just the fact that you believed your old man's words is enough for me. It's enough. I'm glad I kept a copy of my work attendance record, just in case.
Looking at this, it clearly contradicts Alyssa's story. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to doubt you.
No, don't worry about it. After all, it was Alyssa who tried to trick you and me.
But why Alyssa? Why did she do this? If she wants a divorce, what was the reason?
Why would she want that? I think I have an idea of why.
You have an idea?
Before I came here, I called Alyssa's cell phone. Then I heard a man's voice on the phone.
What? A man? I didn't think it was... Does that mean Alyssa is the one having an affair?
Yes, I'm sure of it. Alyssa tried to frame me for a crime I didn't commit. I'm sure you're right. To get divorced and be with her lover.
Unforgivable! How dare you hurt my father?
It was late that night when she came back. Alyssa had returned to her parents' house. She told Marie and her mother that she was going to talk to a lawyer. In reality, she was probably secluded at the man's apartment or something. I guessed that she had locked herself away in her parents' living room, but it was probably a ruse. Alyssa opened the door to the living room of her parents' house. When she walked in, she smelled strongly of soap. Hello, Alyssa? It's been a long time. What are you doing up this late?
Joe, why are you here? Who allowed this? Why did you let him in here, Mother? Why would you bring this guy into our home? Of course I would, because our son-in-law has come to visit his daughter. What nonsense are you saying? Marie, you too. Why would you talk to him? I told you what he did to me, didn't I? Yes, I know. I know what he did. He works so hard every day for me and for you, Mom.
What? I'm sorry to interrupt, but the truth has been exposed. You're cheating, huh?
Ha, don't make me laugh. I don't know what you're talking about. I've had enough of this. You're trying to cover up your affair. You tried to get an easy divorce from Joe. I know you lied to me and to Marie. It's all out in the open.
What?
You're the worst, Mom. From now on, I'm going to live with my dad.
Alyssa, give me your phone. I think I'll find all the emails you've been sending and receiving from your ex.
If you refuse, I will consider it as an affirmation of the fact of adultery. Don't just stand there. Do as Mr. Joe says.
What? After that, I went through Alyssa's phone. I identified the man with whom she was having an affair from the email history. I immediately called him over to my parents-in-law's house. Without giving him a chance to make excuses, I brought up the matter of the affair with Alyssa. Fortunately, Alyssa's phone was full of evidence of her and the other man's actions. I found out that she had saved some photos of her and the other man. That included explicit photos of her and the man having an affair. Those two were finished now. They admitted their guilt. The settlement is $50,000. Please, sign this paper quickly. The man quickly obliged and signed. If I can't confirm the transfer of the money within a month, I'll go to court. I will file a lawsuit. In that case, I will be sending a letter to your workplace as well. He said to me, "No need for that. I'll pay you for sure. I will pay you." "You're next, Alyssa, you despicable woman." She said to me,
"Wait a minute. Are you seriously going to divorce me?"
"You wanted this, didn't you? A divorce is what you wanted, right? Just because you're in a position to pay alimony now doesn't mean you can pretend you never wanted this. I can't just forget about that now."
"Marie, save me. You have to help me. You have to convince Dad." "What? There's no way." "What are you talking about? If you don't do something, he's going to throw me away. I'll be left to fend for myself." "You deserve what's coming to you. I mean, I don't even think of you as my mother anymore. How could I, after what you did?" "Oh, no. Please."
"I'll get custody of Marie. I can't leave her to a woman like you. Who knows what she could learn from you? Well, at any rate, you're free to go now. You're free to make out or do whatever with that man. Go run away with that debtor over there, and live your life to the fullest."
"No."
After that, I sued Alyssa and got custody of Marie from her. As for the alimony, it was offset by the share of the property, and I was able to kick Alyssa out of the house. She left with no assets. I am happy with the result. After my divorce, she chose to live with... I guess she found someone else to leech off of. He owes me a lot of money because of the settlement money he agreed to pay me. He's in a lot of debt now. Apparently, they are living a terrible life. However, the end of the relationship ended the way Alyssa wanted it to end. I don't think she can complain. As for me, I have no reason to be dissatisfied either. A year has passed since then. Marie, my beloved daughter, is now 15 years old. She will enter high school in the spring. She admires me so much. As a father, I couldn't be happier to have a daughter who adores me. I am more than satisfied as a father. I am beginning to think that it is time for her to let go of her parents. However, I hope that one day she will have a boyfriend or something. I'm sure she'll naturally grow apart from her parents. I think I will be able to enjoy this happiness. I hope I can enjoy raising her for just a bit longer. Thank you for watching.